is Misty. I'm a driver for My Ride to Work, and I'm going to take you around the bus and show you what we do for our post pre-trips, so before and after our drive with you guys on the bus. So we start in the back, we check the engine, make sure all the belts, the fans, everything's good, not loose or falling off. Make sure all the fluids, the oil, transmission fluid, coolant, nice and full. We're actually going to turn on the bus here, and again, we're going to check the belts, make sure nothing comes off as we start the bus. Make sure nothing's leaking underneath the bus, and then we will close that. We check our tires, make sure the air pressure is good, make sure all the lug nuts are in place, not falling off, the valve stem is good. We check, make sure our fuel caps are closed and our DEF caps are closed. Make sure all the clearance lights on the outside of the bus are operating, not broken. Same with the windows on the outside of the bus, make sure none are cracked. Check the frame as well, make sure there's no cracks or anything broken. And then we move to the front, we check our mirrors, make sure they're not broken or hanging. Check the windshield wipers, make sure that the rubber on the wiper is not disintegrating, as well as the seal around the windshield, make sure that's in perfect tact. Make sure there's no major cracks in the windshield. Make sure all the headlights are good. Clearance lights on top of the bus are good. We'll come in the bus. As we enter, we check the stairs and the handrails, make sure those aren't cracked or loose. When we walk through the bus, making sure there's no debris on the floor, make sure that's all good. Make sure the seats aren't loose and the seat belts aren't falling off the seat side as well. We check our emergency hatches that are on top of the bus, make sure those open okay. And there's also emergency windows that we'll check in the bus as well on either side of the bus. Then we move to the front of the bus to the driver area. Again, we check the windshield from the inside, make sure the rubber seal on the inside's perfect order, not falling apart, not broken. Side mirror, side window, we check that. We make sure our mirrors are adjusted perfectly for us as we're driving, so that way we can see the side of the bus and as well as much space around us as possible. So we check all of our buttons, so all our lights, our AC, our heater, our radio, our hazard lights, our blinkers, headlights, as well as we check our horn, make sure that's good, and then we check our brakes. We're gonna pump down the brakes. So when it hits about 80 psi, the alarm's gonna start buzzing, and about between 40 and 50 psi, the emergency brake will kick in by itself. So that's in case if while I'm driving, for some reason my air pressure drops and engages, and the bus stops. And then to just refill back up, just have the bus back up. Then just make sure the seatbelt's okay. There, stays buckled. We're good on that. We do the same thing again in the afternoon when we come back. So we check it before we leave, make sure it's good to go, and then we check it on our way back, so that when the next person drives the bus, if it's not us, it's good to go for them too. Thanks for letting me show you guys what I do for my pre and post trip before I come and get you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the bus.